Real talk. I talked about some things in my Dear Diary this morning. I don't know. I listened to it. I agree with it, but I kind of misphrased some of it, and I don't like how it came out. But it came out all the same about consciousness and self-awareness. And I was out there doing chores, this morning, and my dog, look at her, she knows she messed up. She's out there running amok, wouldn't listen, and then took me out at my knees. And a few years back, that would have ended totally different. And, yeah, but you got to understand that, or I have to understand, that when you're conscious and self-aware, that you're conscious and self-aware inside of a consciousness that's already there. And it's acting in a way that you woke up to and that you don't like or that you disagree with. So automatically you have an enemy. And that enemy, I find it to be immature and ignorant. It don't always know why it's doing what it's doing, other than it's always done it. And if you try to be the better of the consciousness, of the self-awareness, you usually be the one to be attacked. Because it's had control long before you were aware. And if that makes sense, then I'm glad. But it comes with backlashes too. It comes with big backlashes. You just called upon yourself the biggest attack of all by acknowledging and giving power to something and taking power away from it. By you being self-aware and conscious, you are no longer there for them to use. And usually it's a key player that gets woke up and gets taken out of their control. And that comes with problems of its own. But that only makes sense to people that's, mature enough and grown up enough to understand it and to see it. Now, it got in my head, too, that, I have people against me. I know I have people against me. You can't walk a road of truth and right and be a reflection to people that don't want to be that, They can't profit from it, so they will lie, cheat, and conneve just to dim your light, to feel good about themselves. And is that wrong? Well, if they're hurting you, it's wrong. But if your light is hurting them, then, it can go both ways. But at the same time, there's always going to be opposition against you. Always. Understand that. Your closest family members are going to talk crap on you. They're going to do things that are despicable. And you're going to do things. And neither one's going to admit that they're well, you're not going to come to terms. You're just going to try to brush it on the table and keep on going. If you are enlightened at all, that's a trap. But you'll do things for people that won't do things, that won't return, and they'll act like you owed it to them, because that's the way society made them think. They think that everything's for sale. Even you're in it for something because I'm in it for something. I got to get something out of it, or I ain't doing it. I catch myself falling into that trap too. And that's not the way we're supposed to be. That's slavery. And you've already enslaved another man by thinking that they have to earn what you have, unknowingly and knowingly taken from them, or was given to them freely, by the game we're in, by the world we're born into. Your survival is their slavery, and yours too. But that's just real talk. But I was going to go do some stuff, and the universe told me, sit the hell down. My dog took me out at the knees. Now my knees all swollen up again. So sometimes the energy needs you just go sit down. It ain't always a bad thing when you get hurt. I don't know. I'm still trying to put it together. But that's a talk for another time. And that's the rest of the story.